The morning started like any other in Willow Creek, a calm, sunlit neighborhood where everything looked picture perfect. Until Karen decided she owned the place, it began when Emma noticed a stack of letters missing from her mailbox. Bills, magazines, even her son's college acceptance letter, gone. At first, she thought it was a simple mistake, maybe a delivery issue. But that illusion shattered when she saw Karen from the HOA standing near her mailbox, clipboard in hand, acting like she had every right to be there. Karen's tone was sharp. "These mailboxes are HOA property. You need to have your slot inspected. It's a new rule." Emma blinked in disbelief. "My mailbox? It's on my property. Karen." But Karen smirked, waving a printed rule sheet. "We control everything beyond the curb. Don't test the HOA." That moment marked the start of something bigger, a quiet homeowner facing the most entitled HOA president her street had ever seen. What Karen didn't realize was that Emma's husband, Daniel, had recorded everything on their door camera, including Karen opening the mailbox illegally. As Emma stared at the footage that evening, one question haunted her: how far would Karen go? And that's when Daniel whispered something that would change everything: "Maybe it's time the postmaster sees this." Daniel walked into the local post office with calm determination. The postmaster, an older man named Mr. Reeves, greeted him politely until Daniel showed the footage. His face hardened. "This is federal property," Mr. Reeves said firmly. "No one, not even your HOA, has the right to tamper with mail." He promised to handle it, but warned Daniel that such matters required official investigation. Meanwhile, word spread quickly around the neighborhood. Karen told everyone Emma was under HOA review for non-compliant mailbox design. Neighbors whispered, avoided eye contact, and one even warned Emma, "She's done this before." Karen scares people into paying fees. But Emma wasn't like others. That night, she stood with Daniel by the mailbox and posted a small sign: "Property monitored by USPS and law enforcement." The next morning, Karen exploded. She marched right up to their lawn, yelling, "You can't threaten your HOA." Daniel stood calmly, camera rolling. When she realized she was being filmed again, Karen hissed, "We'll see about that." She didn't know the postmaster had already contacted federal authorities and they were on their way. 2 days later, a white USPS vehicle pulled up beside Emma's home. Mr. Reeves stepped out with 2 inspectors in blue jackets, the official postal inspection service. Neighbors peeked from behind curtains as the scene unfolded. Karen appeared instantly, smiling sweetly, pretending everything was under control. "Ah, you must be here about our new HOA compliance checks," she chirped. Mr. Reeves wasn't amused. "Actually, we're here about mail tampering." Karen's smile faltered. "Mail tampering?" He handed her a printed report with timestamps and video stills. Karen's face turned pale. "This is a federal offense, ma'am," Reeves said. "Opening another person's mailbox is illegal." Karen stammered, "It's HOA jurisdiction." Reeves raised an eyebrow. "No, it's not. It's federal jurisdiction." Emma watched silently, heart pounding. For the first time, Karen had no words, just a nervous twitch in her jaw. But instead of apologizing, she said, "I'll be filing a complaint about this harassment." And stormed off. Reeves turned to Emma. "Don't worry. We're documenting everything." But Emma had no idea how far Karen's retaliation would go next. The following week, HOA letters started flooding every mailbox except Emma's. Fines for lawn violations, noise, and unapproved decorations. All fake, all signed by Karen. Daniel laughed bitterly. "She's trying to bury us in paperwork." But Emma wasn't laughing. She was tired. Tired of fear, of watching Karen walk around like she ruled everyone. So she made a plan. That night, Emma printed every fake notice, every screenshot, every video clip and mailed copies directly to the HOA board and the postal inspectors. The next morning, Karen arrived furious. "You've gone too far, Emma," she screamed. Emma stayed calm. "I just told the truth." That same day, 2 HOA board members came knocking, not to scold Emma, but to apologize. "We didn't know she was doing this," one whispered. Behind her curtain, Karen watched them talk, her empire starting to crumble. A week later, an emergency HOA meeting was called. Karen stood at the front, flustered, trying to explain. These accusations are lies. I've served this community for 10 years. But when Daniel played the video of her opening the mailbox, silence filled the room. One homeowner muttered, "That's a crime." Karen's face turned red. That footage was illegally obtained. But another board member interrupted, "Actually, it's from a door camera, completely legal." The postmaster himself attended that night, confirming everything. The investigation is complete. Mail tampering charges are pending review. Karen's voice trembled. "You can't do this to me." Reeves said gently, "Ma'am, you did this to yourself." Within days, Karen resigned for personal reasons. The HOA voted in a new president, someone fair, calm, and kind. The community felt lighter, freer. One morning, Emma received a handwritten letter from Mr. Reeves. "Thank you for standing up for what's right. People like you protect the trust of our system." Emma smiled, placing it inside her own mailbox, safe, untouched. When she looked around, neighbors waved again. Kids played outside. Peace had returned to Willow Creek, but the most satisfying moment came a week later when a postal truck arrived again. Karen, now stripped of HOA power, had to sign papers for restitution. In front of everyone, Daniel whispered, "Full circle." "Huh," Emma nodded. "And justice delivered right to our mailbox." Months later, the neighborhood felt new, gardens brighter, fences repainted, laughter echoing again. The HOA was no longer feared, it served. Then one morning, a letter arrived addressed to the homeowners of Willow Creek. Inside was a community award from the Postal Service recognizing their cooperation in stopping mail fraud. Emma smiled, realizing how far they'd come from that first awful morning. As she walked back inside, she noticed Karen driving past slowly. No clipboard, no attitude, just quiet. Their eyes met for a second, and even Karen managed a faint nod, as if admitting defeat. Emma whispered softly, "Some lessons are best delivered by mail." And that was the final twist in this unbelievable HOA story. If you love the drama, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment sharing your thoughts. It really helps this channel grow.